So to make you prosper again, once again. It's going to make you go far. It's going to make you the context of peace is going to mold you in a certain way. People are going to feel, if you are our chair, people are going to feel in different way. If our section, people are going
and you also touch my hand.
Meditation.
And I now join you together.
Exactly.
Yes, so that is what you mean by
meditation. What they are giving us hell. And we want a peaceful society where people are treated equally, where people are seen valuable in the society. Where and I want to tell you one thing. The greatest thing that we should be realizing at a point is that you can never open a shop without a face.
She is Edmond. Oh. Today, Peace Club brings to you about ways of solving dispute. We all know that at one point tumekosana na mtu, tumekosana na babako, mamako, mpenzi wako. But after all, you guys have to come together. I'm Tashinda you off. I am Wilberforce Maloba. Yes, my brother.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name Edmond Baraza, aka Mnyamwezi. I serve as the Secretary General of the club. Thank you.
Great fellow brothers and sisters, I'm Aspen Mario in this club, the Peace Club.
Yes. I believe Mr. Vizuri. She is Edmond. Oh. God. He is our Edmond. Edmond, right?
Yeah.
So we will start by defining what is dispute. So perhaps Edmond, the SG.
Yeah.
You can start us off with defining what dispute is.
Okay. Describing what's dispute, the meaning of a dispute.
Yeah.
A dispute is, first of all, is a disagreement or a conflict between two or more parties, often involving disagreement over rights, interests, or responsibilities.
Yes.
Disputes can rise in a variety of contexts, including personal relationships, business transactions, and legal matters. Disputes they may be resolved through negotiation, mediation, arbitration, or litigation.
Yes.
Depending on the nature or severity of the dispute.
Thank you so much. That was
another description of a
definition of a dispute in broad. So perhaps, Hezbon, you can tell us something. Okay, what's your view about dispute? According to you, what do you think dispute is all about?
Again, let me talk about dispute. My context. I want to talk it from different dimensions.
Yes.
In which a dispute is that lack of the normal relationship that we had found. For example, dispute has to arise amongst people. So this dispute, it is something that is a long-term relationship breakup. So it is a disagreement. So there is no longer agreement that you are having in the first moment. So it is a breakthrough of the first relationship that we had through. So you're going to look on how you are going to get out of this the already brokerage that is brokerage relationship. So you are going to get another alternative in order to resolve yourself to the trouble that you are. So the issue at it is about dispute. Dispute, it is a long-term brokerage of relationship or a disagreement.
Exactly. I must say that I like your point of view. So to start you off, let's just be a bit logistic. Where there's no peace, you guys can't be together.
Sure.
And when you have peace, you can't have dispute. You can all recall this story of handshake thing. Of course, a lot of people complain about it, but you see, if a handshake will not be there, actually maybe as per as we are speaking, Kenya will be somewhere else, because it was through this handshake that at least some of the citizens walikuja chini wakatulia. Akasema anyway, if they decided to come together, then it was good. So would you imagine if handshake could not happen? where could you be right now? How many blood could flow on the roads? How many? Like so, handshake is a very, very good thing, and according to me, I think handshake is a very good way of solving dispute. You see, a good example is whereby when you are playing football in pitch, then maybe you step on your playmate or rather a friend of yours opponent. You see, you guys will come together and shake each other like this. Shake my hand, yeah. Alright, you'll touch each other like this, saying that
cool down.
Cool down.
Yeah.
You see, in that one, you have already solved dispute that I had maybe let's say reason amongst you. Thank you so much. Talk to us about another way of solving dispute.
Okay, we have alternatives of solving dispute. It may be happening. First, we need to understand which types of dispute that we have.
Exactly.
So the first type of dispute that may arise amongst us, we have parent versus children, children versus parent, that is vice versa. We have student versus teachers and vice versa. We have the society and the society itself with the political issues. That is when the politicians in the arena goes against what the expectation of monarchy, that is the society.
Yes.
So that is another dispute that is supposed to be solved. So we need to get this dispute resolutions. So when it comes to the first, according to my addresses, and I want to be clear on this, we need to solve this dispute in different dimension. The first thing, we can go for mediation.
Yes.
Mediation here is the inclusion of a third party. Because the first definition told us that the dispute to arose has to be in parties. And the parties doesn't mean naturally parties. It may be the party and you are the second party. So I'm going to mediate. But the mediator is going to come
so
in
you start with the third party.
Exactly. So the third party is going to be to do mediation. It's going to see it from the both side, and it's going to conclude at the end of the day. The second way we can go to solve the dispute is going for dialogue. We have to think of dialogue. The two parties can decide for dialogue. That is another alternative, or else you have another one for additional.
I liked your point on mediation. I think you said that when these are whereby we now bring in the third party, and this third party will be able or should be able to listen to the first party, second party, and now comes in with his or her view. Like he or she listens to the other one, then also listen to the other, then now comes up with the question and says, okay, this happened, but now you can touch my hand. So you touch my hand, and you also touch my hand, and I now join you together.
Exactly.
Yes, so that is what you mean by mediation. So perhaps, SD, you can tell us something.
We have ways of solving this dispute.
Yes.
First of all, you talked about handshake. My friend Hesbon talked about mediation
and dialogue. Yes.
Then we have another type is called negotiation. Negotiation. This involves a direct discussion between the parties involved in the dispute with the aim of reaching a mutually acceptable solution. Negotiation is same as dialogue.
Actually.
These two parties that maybe they are not in good terms, they come together, they discuss, they find out what happened, the cause of the dispute, they resolve, they come up with some terms that they put aside
some strategies
that they may help them to
be in one.
To bring back the relationship they had back, so that these disputes cannot happen again.
Exactly.
That is negotiation.
Exactly.
We have another way is called arbitration. In this process, a neutral third party makes a binding decision to resolve the dispute. Same way as mediation.
Almost.
Almost.
We have the third person, we call him an arbitrator. He comes up. He comes where to meet the two parties that are disputing, and then he comes to ask the first person what was the cause of the dispute. You talk about
your view.
Then the second party. Then he starts to gauge where was the problem, what happened, who had the problem, and then he tries to come up with the solutions to bring back the relationship.
Exactly, that's it. That was good. So you've talked over arbitration. What do you think is the view of nation, or rather our nation as Kenya, when we relate with peace and solving disputes? Because we all know that our Kenya dispute rise here and then. So what is your view, and what is your view? So perhaps, my brother, you can start us off. What is your view?
Exactly. Thank you for the opportunity. Let me say on matters of our nation, Kenya.
Yes.
We are talking about because we are the citizens of Kenya.
Yeah.
We have seen dispute arising each and every time that we are living, and in each places we see that different things is happening in our nation, and we need to at least to be seen in different worlds, and to be moving in other levels as a nation. We need something to be done on peace. So peace is the whole essence of a certain to reign a certain realities in the environment. So we are talking in the environment in the context of the nation. So the nation here at hand, it is Kenya, and what we want, it is the whole essence of tranquility in the nature of
Yes,
Kenya. And the thing at hand, peace without justice is nothing to be called peace. So peace has to be intricately linked to what? The whole thing that is called justice. So the fairness to be acted amongst people is going to be linked to the correlation of the people relationship to the nation. So the whole essence of us having dispute as a nation, it is another dimensional view from people. We have leaders.
Yeah.
And the whole essence of us having leaders should be giving us peace, not promising us if you can never smile, if you don't have a smiling face, don't open a shop. Why? You are going to attract customers, and this is what is happening in our society and the whole nation of Kenya. We are not attracting people because of lack of peace, and the whole essence of us having peace, we need to have a correlation of justice. So that's why I told us to be linked to justice, and justice is the treatment of fairness in the nation. And the other thing I want to tell you one thing: if you want to see the progress of a country, see just from women. Women of a nation can tell you that there is a progress in this nation and there is no progress in this nation. So where there is no peace, there is no progress. And if we think that we have a nation that is going to link us to be seen as peaceful people, then we lack that peace. So our nation, Kenya, should be viewed in different dimensions, in contextually to justice actions, because we want leaders who act by peace, and as we are ambassadors, we need a transformative environment. So we are the one who can be able to transform other things. We need to be campaigners of peace, and we are going to be ambassadors of peace. Us being ambassadors, we are going to convert our things. We need to make people realize that we need peace. That is why even God said, happy are those with peace, for they shall be called the sons of God. So we are going to be considered.
Yes, my brother. Allow me cut you short. You see, you've talked about the Bible, and it make me recall a certain verse in the Bible, though I can't tell the exact, but it says the two can't be moving in the same way without an agreement.
Exactly.
Like you have to agree. Okay, we are going east. Let's all move to east. We are going to north. Let's all move that way. So we have to agree. I think the same way applies in our nation, Kenya. Like we have to agree on peace, so that our country can grow. So you can continue.
So I like the way we can never move in too deep. We can never move in one direction if we are in disagreement. And we want to channel in the same route, reading from same pages, reading from the same context, and getting clear information in that pages. So we want a nation where peace is the thing to be embraced. A nation where we talk about peace. When people feel that we are talking about Kenya is something great, so people are going to feel you and say, indeed, Kenya is a great nation divided by the power of God. So the power of God is going to manifest through peace, and we are the ambassadors now. We want to claim that peace that we know, and now we don't want to see what people see. But let us take case people are fighting in a political arena. What can we be able to solve this dispute? what are we going to do if sometimes take this case, churches are frozen against the politicians. They are saying we don't want to be taken as these things. So politicians are going contrary to the expectation of our peace. So when peace is altered, everything in the society get ruined. So we want to talk a nation of peace, a nation of fairness, a nation of equity.
Exactly.
Equitable.
Yes.
And I think I can talk about that. That is my view.
Well, so having talked of that, perhaps let's also think importance of having peace, importance of being together. Of course, with peace we have love, we have kindness, we have harmony. So peace is the mother, is everything. So what are the importance of solving disputes? Okay, what do you think solving dispute will bring? What are your views on solving disputes? So perhaps my brother, you can come in.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I think peace is something that is so essential in our lives. And when we have a peace, let me say when we have a peace of mind, first of all, we know peace starts with oneself. When we have a peaceful mind, I think everything is always going well. Let me talk about Kenya having peace. You know, when you have disputes in Kenya, we have many occasions of disputes. For example, political disputes. For example, when you talk about political disputes, two parties having disputes, we have been having a lot of bloodshed.
Exactly.
That is because of disputes,
and all those are caused lack of peace. Yes.
And to come up with a peaceful nation, first of all we have to look for peace.
Exactly.
Where there's dispute, we must have ways of look for ways to solve these disputes. And some of the ways we have talked about that is mediation. We have seen in our current political disputes, we have some handshake taking place to bring about this peace in our country, and this has enabled us to have a peaceful and a progressive country. We have encountered some economic progressions. We have some developments coming up in the country, and these are true definition of a peaceful country, or rather peaceful nation.
That is good. So according to you, you say that we have to solve dispute, rather have peace, like to have maybe development. That is it, our mother, to work together.
Sure.
Like when you talk about this having dispute among politics, so when you guys come together, at least you'll not work one way. Like we want to have the opposite side that are always fighting those in government. So we'll be actually working together in agreement, right?
Sure.
And the other thing, this is a bit funny. For example, here in our campus life, when I have a dispute with you, bana huko maisha ni ngumu. Maisha ni ngumu. Nikikuwa na dispute na wewe na mimi nimelemewa mahali, there is no way I can come to seek for your assistance when we had a disagreement, or rather when we are not in good terms.
Exactly.
So when we are in good terms and we have peace, I can feel that and then I can nikuje niseme bana Labin hivi na hivi, and if you can assist, inakuwa rahisi sana.
Exactly.
But when we have a disagreement or we have dispute, I think hata mimi mwenyewe itakuwa ngumu.
It will be hard for you maybe to approach me. Exactly. So well, imagine umesota and you have no option. The only option you have is either to access Hezbollah or to access Edmond, but then you are not in good terms with them. Whom will you approach? It will be hard. So you have to make sure that you have peace with the environment, peace with your friends, so that at least you can have a good life.
Sure.
Good, I think we are almost coming to an end, so our fans, stay tuned. Actually, so my brother, can you give us your general view about importance of solving dispute? I think this will be your last turn, so you can give us your general view very fast, at least to save on time. So you can give us your view on the importance of solving disputes, and according to you, a peace in detail. Yeah, yes. So just give us an importance of solving dispute and a peace in detail. In relation to peace. Yes.
Thank you once again for the opportunity. I want to talk about the vitality or the importance of peace, or the essentiality of peace. And we need to understand what is the importance of peace at the table. We are talking about peace, and we do not want to know the meaning of it or what is the importance. Having a clear environment with a tranquility nature or a serene environment. A serene environment can never be defined without peace. So we need an environment which is defined by peace. On the other hand, we are talking about the importance of peace. Take the case of our nation having peace. At least it is free things delivered in a well-mannered order. Take the case of our university, Kibabi University. The case of peace being around, what is the importance behind a good relationship in between? And there's this thing that I don't like, and I wish that we could not be embracing it. Life is all about connection. No, life is not all about connection. But if you had peace with people and you had a good relationship with people, these people maybe are going to consider you in a certain job, depending on the relationship that you had before. So the relationship that you are having is going to be created by peace. So the importance is that you are going to be taken as an example to people. The environment you are going to create is going to be defined by peace. Even people are going to see you and tell you, hey, indeed, this person is not even if it is not even a chair. No, he looks more decent and is going to be considered as peace.
Exactly,
Exactly. So that is what we want. So the importance at hand of peace is creating an environment where there is a good rapport, there is that good relationship amongst people. So even the nation is going to be seen as different thing when there's there's that peace. There's lack of violence. Where there is peace, there's no violence, because there's that relationship of brotherhood, sisterhood, and we are going to think in a way that we are. There's even you can never be thinking of killing someone. So an environment where there's no violence, that is what I can be able to think. So the second question was about what was it? Second question, apart from the vitality, all the importance of
your overview.
Yeah, your overview.
My general overview.
Yeah, general overview.
If we want to move in peace, then we should be having that what I call my innermost intelligence. There's this thing that we are supposed to understand where information is detected. Maybe you can hate someone because you were told about something, and that's going to cause a disagreement. Why can't we have that innermost intelligence to do away with what we have been told about someone? Maybe mostly the word there's lack of that peace. It is the people who are making that peace to disappear. I've never met people who fight without that inclusion party, because mostly. Maybe someone has told you, I have a girlfriend, for example. Let me take that example. You're gonna fight me because you are told. The whole essence of you fighting, if you do not know what is clear,
you are not even sure.
You are not sure about it.
These are just bad rumors from friends.
But again, rather than fighting, it is impossible for me to date your girlfriend if she didn't agree. If she could have not agreed, I could not continue. Could, as peace ambassador, then we should be talking peace, not in a subterranean way. What I call, we don't want to see a drastic fall of relationship. Maybe a girl can never make us to break, but at least look for alternatives in life. So life needs a clear definition of peace. Where even if we don't want to pray for death, but you can imagine a society where people fight every day, where children doesn't go even to school. You can imagine where there is no peace, there is no progress. That is why I told you, if you want to see the progress of a certain nation, see the dressing mode, the dressing code of girls or women is going to tell you, because men, we are the creators of the nation. So we are the creators of everything. So we are not going to consider man as a creator of peace, but again a man of progress through woman. So a woman is going to define the nation. So I think, according to me, the general view and the development with peace, there's no war, there's no violence.
Exactly, that was good. Thank you so much. This was Kibabii University Peace Ambassadors, bringing to you ways of solving disputes. We've talked about a good number of them, and I believe our keen listeners, our keen viewers, those who are watching, you've been able to see how we've tried to bring out those points. Once again, I want to appreciate you, Edmund, the Secretary General for the Kibabii Peace Ambassadors. Thank you so much. I also like to appreciate you, Mr. Hesbon Maobe, that is the male rep. Thank you so much for giving out your point.